We got some rumors from industry insiders Jez Corden and Nick from Xbox Era that Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake, it could make an appearance at the heavily reported PlayStation Showcase coming at the end of May, prospectively, with additional word that Konami and Sony have apparently struck a deal for exclusive rights over Metal Gear Solid, Silent Hill, and possibly Castlevania for a future title, I guess, that may come in the future. So some exclusivity rights struck, a lot of stuff going through, but again, more buzz that Metal Gear Solid 3 might be coming through.
Man, I'm trying to say this in the most nicest way possible. Um, like I don't even like you just hearing the words Metal Gear Solid remake. I literally just watched for like maybe the third time all of the Metal Gear Solid timeline again because I genuinely like watching that shit. It's super. Man, I don't even know what to fucking say. I'm just pissed. Like I don't know why. Like this shit fills me up with so much rage because I don't want them to touch this game because of how Survive was and because of Konami just not being good with their IPs. Look at Castlevania, look at Metal Gear. Like what they did with Metal Gear Survive was egregious. It was absolutely so fucking unnecessary. I actually went this the first time I've actually went and watched all of the story for that game because I wasn't playing it.
Mm.
And they could have did all of that without making it a Metal Gear game. Just did it in the Metal Gear engine, and we would have been fine. But they don't know, man. They just want money. I don't trust them at all right now. Even when you like the most recent game in my knowledge of Konami has made that is actually good is uh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel,
Mm.
and that is a card game where you buy packs. Like it's a money thing. Like that's the problem. Like that's why that game is so good. It's because they knew they could get a lot of money out of it. I would fucking die for a Metal Gear Solid 3 in Fox Engine. You know what I'm saying? Like a Metal Gear Solid
Mm.
3 with the new graphics 4K. Oh my god,
Mm.
I'm ready to cry just thinking about that experience. But I don't trust them to do it well. I don't. Especially with the rocky relationship they have with Kojima and the fact that like they haven't been able to like capitalize or do something with their own titles. Like the reason Metal Gear was Metal Gear is because of Kojima. Like I don't think Metal Gear if Kojima would have left after Metal Gear Solid 2, we would have never gotten Snake Eater. Like that they
Mm-hmm.
messed that up. Like and even games that aren't like the Metal Gear main franchise, like Metal Gear Rising, Kojima had a
Oof.
huge part
Oh.
in that game. Even
Mm.
if you look up the development cycle for that game, it was going to suck. Like it was in a really bad spot before Kojima joined up because originally he was like, "I don't want any part with
Yes,
it. You
that's
got
facts.
you can handle it." And then they were like, "Yo, we need you because we're gonna fuck this shit up." And he was like, "All right, let's not fuck this shit up." And that's the problem. He's not there, bro. Unless if in this showcase they show Metal Gear Solid 3 or they bring out Kojima and he shows Death Stranding 2, he's like, I also have something else to show you, and then they show Metal Gear Solid 3, then I'll be like, you know what? You got me.
They got me.
I'm no, I'd buy the collector's edition on everything. I'd buy the collector's edition day one, but I don't believe that they're going to do the right thing for because I just think that they're just going to do it for the money. And if they're gonna do it just for the money, there's a good chance I'll probably buy it. I'm a Metal Gear shill. I'll buy anything.
Mm.
But I don't think it's gonna be the game that we all want. Just port over 3, man. Just let me play 3 on my PC. I don't even care about anything else.
Mm.
Please.
Yeah, you know that one crazy story about how like Michael Jackson and Sony were fighting, or Michael Jackson and Sony execs were fighting, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I bought like half the rights to Sony on like this old ass video and stuff," and that whole drama saga. That shit would be funny one day if just Kojima came out. He was like, "Yeah, I brought the rights to Metal Gear. We're back. We're back."
Like,
And he just comes out on
bro,
a random announcement thing.
it's just so funny because I would love that. And I can't even like, man, again, just hearing this story and I read it and I got pissed off. And just hearing you talk, you bring it back up, and I'm still like so mad, bro, because I just don't think that they're gonna do it well. And I love Metal Gear Solid. I think it's an amazing franchise. I don't think it's as respected as it should be because it's so hard to be accessible to people because you can play 1 and 2 on your PC kinda if you go to GOG. Like it's so complicated to get it to work, but you can't play Metal Gear Solid 3 on PC. You can't. You can only play it on a PlayStation 3. You can play it on a Nintendo 3DS, which is also a system that it's fucking extinct now. And I would love for them to just port shit over, just bring it over, do something. Let us access this game. But that because of that entire rocky relationship, we may never see it, or we might see this, and it might be a crash grab, and I'm gonna be pissed, and I'm gonna make this will be like one of the first few video game videos I make where I'm actually just shitting on something for 10 minutes. And I don't like doing videos like this, but I'll be damned if you guys get away with fucking up two of my favorite franchises.
Yeah. I'm just saying, it feels we joy every time this topic is brought up because you go absolutely bananas and the shit's hilarious to me. But I will say that is tough seeing, even when it first happened that Kojima left Konami and then they just took his name off of everything and they were doing those bullshit. And I was like, yo, that's sour. That's sour to me.
Bro,
That looks
like
super sour. And then you did Survive right after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff just doesn't look right. It just looks off kilter, and like there's no trust there from a neutral's point of view. From the chaos point of view, this shit's gonna be hilarious. I just hope you guys do this showcase in June. Please do it in like late June, like second week of June or something like that. Please. I need to be there live, and I need to be in Wen's presence at some point. I need to be there.
and that's the thing, man, is like you brought up an amazing point, which was like, yeah, when they did what they did to Kojima, like it's not like Kojima just said I'm quitting, and they were like, all right, cool. Like they took his name off of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like how, bro? That's crazy. I made this franchise, and they said, here, we're taking your name, and we're off the box art. Like that's
They took the fucks
great,
off and everything, bro. Stripped it down, turned it
bro.
into a fur coat. I was like, damn, bro, you forced him to get a new logo. You never force a man to get a new logo. That's death. It's
Bro, like
crazy.
that's so absurd. And you're telling me that these people are working together again? It's tough. I can't imagine. I
Son,
can't.
that would be the ultimate
I
picture.
wouldn't.
That would be the ultimate picture of like the Crips and Bloods have a tied what's it called, bandana on the street. That would be the ultimate gaming version of that. I ain't gonna
Like,
lie.
and if it would, I would be like, yeah, Kojima would work with them again if Kojima didn't already have an entire studio, didn't have Death Stranding, like didn't have deals with Xbox.
Yeah,
The
but
man
he's
doesn't
cooking.
need y'all. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't need y'all. So why would I swallow my pride to work with motherfuckers who don't respect me?
Facts. And the only person that's getting hurt in this situation truly is Wen Easy, because he has to see this go down.
Bro. Like if I see this, if I'm able to, because if they do something late May, I don't know if me or Tripp will be able to watch it or react to it. If they do this, uh, I will do a live reaction. And if I see this game and it's not, and I don't see Kojima attached to this at all, man, I'm gonna be so fucking mad
Mm.
because I know the path I'm set on. It will be inevitable. I will be like, I know exactly what needs to happen. I need to go buy this game day one. I need to play this game day one. And I would love to be fucking wrong. If I'm wrong, I will apologize to Konami right here and now. I promise you, if this game is actually
Mm.
good, I will say I'm sorry. But I don't have faith in them because they had a good game with Lord of the Shadows. Look what happened to that sequel. And Lord of the Shadows wasn't bad. It was It was pretty solid. They just screwed that shit over. And they were like, fuck it. They had Metal Gear Solid 5 was, if it hadn't been for Witcher, Metal Gear Solid 5 would have been game of the year easily in a sweep. But then they said, no, let's just do Metal Gear Survive. And it had nothing to do with anything. And don't get me wrong, because I remember I saw Kojima put out in a statement that he was like, yeah, Metal Gear is a game about espionage and like country and like, real political
War and
and shit like
shit.
that.
Proxies.
Yeah. Exactly. He's like, I don't know what zombies have to do with it. And don't get me wrong, Kojima was a little full of shit to say that because there are zombies in Metal Gear. Like when he did it, let's stop you. Come on, Kojima. You had zombies in them shits, the parasites, the motherfuckers who were doing the thriller to go and attack you. Just because they pulled out P90s, don't make them not zombies, bro. But like I want them to do right by him and right by the franchise because the story of Metal Gear from its inception, they gave Kojima that game because they knew it was going to fail. So they gave it to a new guy. And Kojima took that shit from the depths of hell. Took this basic ass fucking 2-bit shooter and gave it a storyline that motherfuckers was like, yeah, damn. Like this shit was nuts.
Yeah.
It's oh man.
I'm sitting
Don't
out.
do this to me, please.
you get niggas gotta give Metal Gear its just due. Like again, before the convolution of of Kingdom Hearts was even a thing, the convolution of Metal Gear Solid and just the absolute fantastic story and just everything that was there existed, and it still stands the test of time. Like people gotta give it its just due, and if this is the way that it gets reintroduced to the world at a grand scale, I feel like it's gonna be a tough time because more people are gonna understand. Oh, if it doesn't come out great, like yo, so what was the hype about anyways? Like this could affect the legacy of Metal Gear for the newer generation a lot more than we think. So it's looking techie. It's looking techie.
I might have to break my TikTok hiatus to just argue with kids about this.
I hereby declare no cooldown reserves the right for the exclusive what's it called, When Easy rant if this game does drop its like reveal trailer or something like that during Summer Game Fest. Whenever he comes back, I need that rant on the channel, bro, because that shit gonna be legendary. I need it.